Do you want to create a professional looking aura to use in the classroom? Well, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how to create an aura in the HP Reveal Studio. So I'm going to take you through step by step how to create a new aura. And you can use these same principles in an infinite number of ways later on. If you find this tutorial helpful, give it a thumbs up or leave a comment below. I'm going to start with the end user. So I'm going to show you what it looks like at the end, and then I'll take you back through an instruction of how to create an aura. Let's get to it. Here is an example of a worksheet that I use in the classroom. I use this image to trigger an aura in the HP Reveal app. In class, the students scan the image with the HP Reveal app.
Hi, I'm Maddie. G'day, I'm Jarman. We are men imitating machines.
And you can see the image comes alive. They can then press play audio for the interview to begin. Pause, play the interview,
I've got a few questions
stop
for you.
to check the answers, press the answers button and check the answers, stop. So the first thing you need to do is go to the HP Reveal Studio website and create an account. It's free. Of course, I've already got an account, so I'm just going to log into the HP Reveal Studio. And with my username and password, just sign in. This will take me to the My Auras page where it comes up with a number of different auras that I have already created. But today we're looking at create a new aura. So click on this link. It'll take you to the Create New Aura page where you first need to upload a trigger image. Click on this link, click on Browse, and this should take you to what you have already organized as your existing buttons and any base plate that you want to use or trigger image. Now, it's a really good idea to prepare all of your images and audio files, video files, everything that you want to create in your aura, put it in the same folder, have it all prepared, ready for access, and of course know where to find it when you need to. Click on an image that you want to use as your trigger image, click on Open, and then Save. Now, not all images are easy for the scanner to read, and you can see that this image is quite sparse and doesn't have enough features to track well, and therefore it's not going to scan very easily. It may work, it may not work, and therefore you should use a trigger image that is clear, distinct and unique. So I don't wish to continue. I'll click No, and you can see that this is quite blurry. There's no real clear features, so I'll change that and repeat the process until I find a trigger image that is nice and clear. Browse, choose a JPEG file or PNG, open, save, and this image appears. I then can change the image if it is still not accepting, or I can click on Next for the next step. Step number 2 is upload all the overlays. So once the trigger image has been read by HP Reveal, you want to create the further images. Now, I click on Upload Overlay, click on the drop-down box. I can choose video, image, audio, or 3D model. I'll click on video for now, browse, and find the intro video. Click Open, Save, and this can sometimes take a while because it is a video and has lots of data. Now that's uploaded, it says error saving overlay position and sizing. This is just meaning that the trigger image is quite small and therefore the video may just look a little bit small. You can make it larger by clicking and dragging on the outside lines. I then need to upload other overlays. All of the other overlays that I have are either images or audio. So I'll click on Image, Browse, and I will select a base plate for my tutorial. Click open. I call this a base plate because it is sort of like a letterhead or a base that all the other images sit on. It creates a more professional image. Next, I want to add the buttons. Click to upload overlay. Click the drop down box, image, browse, and I would like to press the play audio button. Open, save. Now again, I get the error message appearing. Every time an overlay is uploaded, it will be the same size as the trigger image. That's just an automatic thing. You can resize it by clicking and dragging, and you can move it by clicking and dragging as well. Clicking and dragging on the edges or clicking and dragging around. I have the play audio button. I also need the answer button, pause and stop buttons. Click to upload overlay, image, browse, pause button, open, save. Again, it's quite large, so I click and drag just to make it a bit smaller and move it around for now. Click to upload overlay, image, browse, answers, open, save. Click to upload overlay for the last button that I have on my aura, browse, is the stop button. Open and save. I have the 4 buttons, and all 4 buttons are different sizes. So to make them much nicer in appearance, we can click and drag them. We can decide what kind of shape we want them to be. How big do we want them to be? So I have made the play audio button about this size, and you can see each overlay has a number. And the play audio button has a overlay number 4. If I want to create this stop button to be the same size as the play audio button, I click on the stop button and click on resize. Fit to overlay 4. It will sit on top. Answer button, resize, fit to overlay 4, pause, resize, fit to overlay 4. They're all sitting on top of each other, but now that they're identical sizes, they appear a lot nicer. Answers, clicking and dragging to move these around, but sometimes the alignment is a little bit off, so I like where the play audio button has appeared. So if I click the pause button, I can move the pause button and align it to overlay 4, and I want to align it to its left. Let's try the answers button. Also looks okay. That is overlay 2. We want the stop button and the answer button to align to the right. So we click on the stop button, move, align to overlay 2, which is the answers button, and we want to click on the right button. You can see it moved very slightly. You can see these two are not in line. We want the pause button to align to the stop button at the top. So this stop button is overlay 1. Move, align to overlay 1 at the top. And you can see the pause button moved down to make it equal. Resize and move are useful to create a more professional appearance. The next thing we need to do is to upload the overlays related to the answers as well as the audio. So click upload overlay, audio, browse, and I'm looking for the interview that I created for this worksheet. Interview, MP3, open, save, and now that's updated. The audio image again is at the same size as the trigger image. However, when you are looking at the aura at the end point, you will never see this image. So you can make it large or small. The last overlay that I want to upload is the answers, which is an image. Browse, and I search for my answers, and click on open. Then save, and these are my overlays uploaded. Again, you can see that it's quite small, so I might click on it to drag it up, click to expand and make it larger. This will make it easier for the students to read. So now that we've uploaded our trigger image, we've uploaded all our overlays, all the things that we want to see, we now need to link the buttons. So if we press the play button or the stop button, what's going to happen? We need to link these things together. We need to link the audio to the play audio button. So the first thing we do is add an action. When the overlay is tapped, this means when the student taps the button, we add an action. You can load a URL and it will take you straight to a website or your Google Docs, or you can start an overlay. Click Add Overlay, then select all of the different overlays that you wish to start when the button is tapped. And this is the interview. Click Done and then Save. This means that when the play button is pressed, the audio will start. You can see in this work template, all of the images and all of the overlays are sitting on top of each other. To make it easier to work with, you can click the I button, and this I button takes away the image or the overlay. It doesn't delete it. This button will delete the overlay, but you can sometimes find it much easier to work with if you hide the overlay while you're editing. It's much easier to work with. The next thing I want to do is pause the audio using the pause button. So I click Add Actions. When the overlay is tapped, Add Action, click on the drop down box and pause the overlay. Which overlay do I want to pause? Obviously, I want to pause the interview overlay. Done and save. I need to create an action for the answers so that when the students press the answer button, the answers appear. Now click Action. When the overlay is tapped, Add Action, click on the drop down box, and I want to start an overlay, add overlay, drop down box, and we want to open the answers tutorial overlay. Done. Save. The next thing I want to do is link the stop button with the audio as well as the answers. So when the students click on the stop button, when the audio is playing, the audio will stop, and once the answers have appeared, the students can close that screen by clicking on the stop button. So to do that, I will click on Add Actions. When overlay is tapped, add an action, stop an overlay, add the overlays, the answers, as well as the interview. Done and save. So far, we have created rules for the play audio button, the pause, stop, and answers button. As you saw in the introduction video, as soon as the HP Reveal scanner identified the trigger image and started the aura, the video of the two Men Imitating Machines band members came up. Now, this is a very short video and will continue repeating itself over and over again until you create a rule that says stop after it has finished. So we need to add an action. Instead of tapping the video, we want to choose another alternative. So instead of double tapped or has faded in, has started, when the overlay has finished, we want to add an action and we want to stop an overlay. We want the video to stop. So we click on MIM intro and done. We also want to add another action. We want to add another action. When the overlay has finished, we want to automatically open up this base plate. Start an overlay. Which overlay? The base plate tutorial. Done. And save. When this base plate appears, the buttons will also appear on top of it and the video will disappear. We want the base plate to be a stable foundation or template for the buttons so the students can move the phone away from the trigger image and use it more comfortably. To do that, we add an action. When the overlay has started, we want to add an action, and instead of start or stop or pause an overlay, we want to make it a full screen. This will make it a much more stable platform. Click on Add Overlay and we want to put the base plate tutorial. Done. Now when the base plate appears, we also want the buttons to appear at the same time. So using the same action after overlay has started, we add an additional action, which is start an overlay and add all of the buttons that we want to appear once the base plate has appeared as well. So we've got the stop button, the answers button, it doesn't matter what order you do these in, audio button and pause button, and done. Save. As you can see, each overlay has different functions. Update, change, you can update and change as many times as you like before you click on the save button. One of the useful things to be aware of is that you want to click on initially hidden for many of the overlays, especially for things that you don't want to see immediately, and particularly audio. If you don't press this button, as soon as the trigger image has been scanned, everything begins, and the audio begins, the video begins, everything. So what you want is to press on this initially hidden, and the first thing that will come up is the intro video. Once that has finished, because of our rules, the base plate will appear and everything else should appear on top of this base plate tutorial. The audio will not play until the student press the play audio button. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that everything is initially hidden except the intro video. The next thing is that you must save. If you don't save, obviously you're going to lose your changes. Save and you can click next. This will take you to a summary page. You can save your aura with a name, but the most important thing is to click on this preview button. This is a testing page. Once you have come to this page, download the HP Reveal app on your phone, log in, scan the image and test if it works. You can see that HP Reveal is trying to read the image to trigger the aura. I'll move in closer to the screen to make it easier.
Hi, I'm Maddie. G'day, I'm Jarman. We are men imitating machines.
You can see now the base plate has appeared with the buttons, and I want to test it by pressing the play audio button,
I'm here with Maddie
a pause
from
button, play,
Imitating Machines, and
stop,
I've got a few
answers, stop. I'm happy with that. My aura is complete. Thanks for watching. I hope it was helpful for you. If you're interested in keeping up with more of my lessons, please subscribe.